breathing slowly during pranayama and the physical relaxation it produces can sometimes lead to drowsiness. Obviously, drowsiness is a huge obstacle for the practice of meditation. Fortunately, the ancient yogis understood this well, and they devised several effective methods to promote alertness. One of those techniques is Ujjayi Pranayama. Ujjayi literally means victorious, and it describes a way to conquer the enemy of drowsiness. Ujjayi Pranayama is based on the same principle as a technique used by modern athletes to prepare for competitions, especially for sprints and swimming events. You might have seen athletes getting ready by tightly pursing their lips and blowing vigorously. By forcing breath through the constricted opening at their lips, they increase the pressure of air in their lungs. That drives more oxygen into their bloodstreams, which helps to improve their performance. More oxygen can also help you avoid drowsiness. Ujjayi Pranayama similarly pushes more oxygen into your bloodstream by increasing the air pressure in your lungs. But instead of blowing through pursed lips, you exhale through a narrowed opening in your throat, restricting the passage of air by constricting the muscles of your larynx. To learn this technique, you first have to identify your larynx muscles. You can do that simply by clearing your throat. Whenever you cough or clear your throat, you constrict your larynx muscles. If you constrict them tightly, you can completely close off the passage of air at the back of your throat, like this. Try this with me right now. One more time. For Ujjayi Pranayama, instead of completely closing the air passage, as we just did, you have to close it partially. If you constrict your larynx muscles too much, you'll make a snoring sound like this. But that can irritate your throat and anyone else who happens to be nearby. On the other hand, if you constrict those muscles too little, your breath will flow without restriction, and all benefit will be lost. The correct amount of constriction will cause a slight hissing sound to be produced as you exhale, like this. Try this right now. Inhale through your nose and exhale with your larynx muscles constricted enough to produce that hissing sound. Try it once more. There's a second purpose for constricting your larynx muscles. You can actually use them to control how quickly air is released from your lungs. Suppose you blow up a balloon and hold it by the throat like this. By adjusting the pressure between your thumb and index finger, you can control how quickly air escapes from the balloon. You can use this same principle to control the speed of your exhalation. Instead of using the large diaphragm muscle in your abdomen, you can control your exhalation with the tiny muscles of your larynx. That requires a lot less effort and allows you to relax more deeply during pranayama. Here's how to learn this. After inhaling through your nose, use your larynx muscles to close your air passage completely and then open it slightly, allowing air to gradually be released from your lungs, like this. Be sure you produce that hissing sound. Let's try it together now. Try it again. One more time. Very good. In the formal practice of Ujjayi Pranayama, the passage of air is restricted both during inhalation and exhalation. But restricting the breath during inhalation might not be suitable for everyone, especially for those new to pranayama. So, in the coming exercise, we'll use a modified form of Ujjayi Pranayama in which you restrict your breath only as you exhale. As we discussed before, it's best if you sit in a place that's particularly suitable for meditation. You can listen to this exercise using a laptop computer, a tablet, or a mobile device like your phone. This exercise is also available as a podcast or download from our website using the links below. I hope you are now seated comfortably in a suitable place. This exercise will take about 15 minutes. First, sit with a proper posture, as we discussed before. Close your eyes gently and take a deep breath to get settled down. Now, make a sankalpa to affirm your intention and commitment to meditate. Acknowledge the fact that you have many unfulfilled responsibilities and issues that need to be addressed. Since you don't want to be distracted by those things during this meditation, you can give yourself permission now to set all those concerns aside, just for the next 15 minutes. Next, we'll perform a progressive relaxation exercise, like in earlier lessons. Start by turning your attention to your feet. Become aware of any sensations there. Notice a sense of pressure as your feet press down. Notice a touch of your clothing and feelings of warmth or coolness. Now, become aware of any tension being held in the muscles of your feet, and let go of that tension. Allow those muscles to relax completely. Next, turn your attention to your ankles and calves. Notice sensations of pressure, the touch of your clothing, warmth or coolness. Become aware of any tension being held in the muscles of your ankles and calves, and let go of that tension completely. Next, turn to your knees and thighs. Notice the weight of your hands or arms where they rest. Notice any other sensations. Become aware of any tension held in your knees and thighs, and let go of that tension completely. Next, turn to the trunk of your body. Feel the weight of your body pressing down. Feel the firmness of the seat beneath you. Let go of any tension. Next, turn to your lower back and stomach together. Become aware of sensations. Let go of any tension. Now turn to your upper back and chest. Become aware of sensations and let go of any tension. Now your shoulders, arms, and hands. Become aware of sensations and let go of any tension. Finally, your neck, face, the muscles around your eyes, at your temples, and across your forehead. Let go of any tension. Now, turn your attention to your breathing. Like we did earlier in the practice of prana-vikshana, observe your inhalation and exhalation by mentally tracing the passage of air with each breath. As you inhale, observe the air entering your nostrils, traveling down your windpipe, and filling your lungs. As you exhale, observe the air flowing out of your lungs, traveling up your windpipe, and leaving your nostrils. Breathe normally, naturally. Now, with each inhalation, count mentally 1, 2, 3, as you trace the passage of air entering your nostrils, traveling down your windpipe, and filling your lungs. Then, with each exhalation, count mentally 4, 5, 6, as you trace the passage of air flowing out of your lungs, traveling up your windpipe, and leaving your nostrils. Inhaling, count 1, 2, 3, tracing the passage of air. Exhaling, count 4, 5, 6, tracing the passage of air. Now, using the yogic breathing technique taught before, inhale more deeply, filling your lungs from the bottom up. As you count 1, 2, 3, tracing the passage of air. Then constrict your larynx muscles to slowly release air from your lungs as you count for twice as long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, while you trace a passage of air. Listen for the hissing sound as you exhale. Be sure to adjust your breathing so you never feel lightheaded or short of breath. Inhale deeply as you count 1, 2, 3, tracing the passage of air. Then constrict your larynx muscles to slowly release air from your lungs as you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tracing the passage of air. Listen for the hissing sound as you exhale. Continue for just 1 more minute. Inhale deeply, 1, 2, 3, tracing the passage of air. Then exhale slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, listening for the hissing sound. If you're completely comfortable with this practice so far, you can develop it further by pausing briefly between each inhalation and exhalation. Be sure to adjust the pause so that you never feel short of breath. Inhale deeply, 1, 2, 3, tracing the passage of air. Pause. Then exhale slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, listening for the hissing sound. Inhale deeply, 1, 2, 3, tracing the passage of air. Pause. Exhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listening for the hissing sound. Continue for just one more minute before we conclude. Inhale deeply. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Exhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listening for the hissing sound. Now, as we come to the end of this guided meditation, allow your breathing to return to normal and just listen to these closing remarks. If you like this technique, you can practice it whenever you want, listening to this exercise again or without it. If you practice it independently, feel free to modify it. You can use the words peace and release, as we did before, or other words of your own choice. Just keep your exhalation twice as long as your inhalation. In the next lesson, you'll learn one more pranayama technique.